to welcome each and every one of you before I tell you my story. First and foremost, I am very Reverend Father Richard Shuaibu from Nigeria. You'll be very surprised to see me like this, with this regalia, which I have never dreamed in my life I'll wear this and I'll become what I am today. Because I was not born as a Christian. And where I came from in Nigeria, the northern part of it, predominantly Muslims. And in our schools, no Christian religious knowledge is being taught. So whether you are a Christian or you are a Muslim, you must learn and study Islamic religion. And that is what we are suffering until today. So I came from a Muslim community, a Muslim family. My parents were Muslims, brothers and sisters were Muslims. But you wonder, how did I become a Christian, a Catholic, and also a Catholic priest? My village is very close to the church. And the missionaries we have in my diocese were Dominican communities, which I believe many of you know them here they live in Kansas, I think. So they piqued so much interest in my family, especially the noon. Every blessed day, they will come to our compound, pick little children, go to the convent with them, have time with them, then bring them back. So there's so much big interest on me. Sometimes I spend a day or 2 or 3 days in there with them. One day, the Reverend Sisters asked my father if he can allow me to go into the missionary school. My dad was a bit skeptical about it because of conversion, you know. But being a liberal Muslim, he said, please, you are free to take him anywhere you want to take him to. So we were 7 in number. We did our missionary school, and I finished my school in 1983. I finished my college in 1983. So when I finished my college in 1983, I was at home on provisional teaching. I didn't further my study. In 1985, I now sat for common entrance examination. And I got admission in 3 higher institutions of learning. 1, Federal College of Education to be a teacher. 2, NDA, Nigerian Defense Academy, that to be a soldier, a military man. Then I sat for seminary, which I don't know anything about seminary. Now, my parents wanted me to go to Federal College of Education to be a teacher. I said, no, I tested teaching, I hate it. I don't want to be a teacher again. All my mind was to be a military man. Then my mother said no. You will never be a soldier because your elder brother was in the military and he died in the Civil War. So you will never, her children will never be a soldier in their life until after her death. Now, I said, okay, what do you want me to do? I don't want to go to Federal College of Education. I want to go to military. And the last option is seminary. They say, no way. To be a Christian, to be a reverend father, you will not marry and have children. I want to see your children. That's my mother. That 1985, I did not go to any school. I was just at home. That year, 1985, was a trying year for me because I was doing nothing at home. Then one Reverend Father Bruno, may so rest in peace, here from Chicago. And that my trying year, he came and said, my name by then, I was not baptized, it was Monday, that's my name. I was born 1964, December 25th. Yeah. It's a Monday. God is calling you to be like me. I said, to be like who? Like me? I said, no. Who's that God calling me to be like you? He kept on saying these things as a joke. Now, in 1986, honestly, I made up my mind. Because I was tired of staying at home doing nothing. A whole 1 week, I wasn't myself. I was not thinking about anything except seminary. I want to go to that seminary. And I don't know anything about Christianity. Now, I met my parents and I said, I want to go to seminary. Then my dad said, do you know the meaning of seminary? I said, I don't know. So he explained to me. I said, yes, I want to go there. Why do you want to go there? I said, I want to be like that father who stand before people, preaching to them, carrying them in a car, giving them clothes and food. I want to be like him. Say, okay. If you go to the seminary, choose. Either your family or seminary. So I have two options. If I choose seminary, I have nothing to do with my family. And my family have nothing to do with me. I made up my mind. I met Father Bono. I said, Father, I want to be like you. I want to go to seminary. He said, did you tell your parents? I said, yes. What they said, I said, no. Then he picked me in a car. We went to my parents. Say, okay. Say, Father, tell this boy, if he go to seminary, he don't belong to the family any longer. We disown him. Say, Father, Richard, Monday, do you hear what your parents say? I say, yes. Now, believe me, I have never been to catechism class to know anything about the doctrine of the church. I opted to go to seminary. So if you don't allow me to go to seminary, I'll go to the military. Then my mother said, then you to go to the military, go to the seminary where you want to go. My dad said, you are free to go, but don't come back to this house. I said, no problem. For 13 years in the formation in the seminary, I was not with my family. Now, Father Bruno took me to Bishop Dempsey, may his soul rest in peace, an American man too. Explained everything to him. Bishop Dempsey said, you are my adopted son. Bishop took me to the seminary, bought everything for me that the seminary required. I went to the seminary. Seminary became very, very foreign to me. I don't know anything about Jesus Christ, about the Bible, about any knowledge, Christianity. Then what I believe, when God called you, He doesn't call you because of your qualification. Nobody is qualified to be a priest. I was baptized in September 9th. The same day I was confirmed. The same day I was taken to the seminary. I mean, it's unbelievable. I can't answer any question in the catechism class. I was baptized, confirmed, and then taken to the seminary. In my class, who wished to become priests were 245 candidates for the priesthood. Along the line, a lot of them failed examination. Once you fail a paper, you don't need anybody to tell you, pack and go. I was there. I was not the last. I was not in front. I was in between the two extremes, struggling. But I have to put extra time to study in order to catch up. Now, as we are going, we came into theology. Only 42 reports remain. The rest, that's when I believe many are called, few are chosen. At the end of it, at our training, only 38 of us were ordained priests. So the day of my ordination was not done in the cathedral. It was done in my local church in my village. Now, it's unbelievable. More than 1,500,000 people came to my ordination. Because nobody from my tribe, from my language in Nigeria, happened to be a priest, except I am the first one in the diocese, in the province, in my country, in Africa, and the world at large. I am the first a houseman to be ordained as a Catholic priest. And that is why we have that good number of people who came to witness with themselves. And the ordination was done in an open air. No church can contain such kind of crowds. I was ordained in November 28, 1992, precisely. My mother was there, my dad was there, my brothers and sisters, all my relations were there. After the ordination, a microphone was given to my mother to talk. My mother spent almost 40 uninterrupted minutes crying. People were snapping her, some were stopping. The bishop said, no, allow the old woman to shed her tears, they are tears of joy. Now she gathered strength and she talked. This is what she said, and I will never forget it. She asked my Lord Bishop, did these people gather because of my son? My Lord Bishop said, yes, mother. She asked him 3 times. He said, yes. He said, today I believe the God of my son is a true God. From today, I will worship him. And that's what happened. How my mother became a Christian and a Catholic. My dad followed. They are very old because my dad was about 97 years. My mom was about 83 or 84. I was the one who baptized all of them. My brothers and sisters also follow up. I baptized all of them. When I was 7 years old in the priesthood, in my anniversary, the children now arrange the official blessing of their marriage, which I bless their marriage, become real Christians, and they die as communicants. Today, all members of my family are Catholics. Then after me, we have some vocations. Today we have about 34 priests after my ordination. The same parish. And since I became a priest, I have been a chaplain of the Catholic Women Organization. I have been dealing with my mothers. And even today, they are having their annual conference in Nigeria. They will round off tomorrow by special grace of God. And in our conferences, we have almost about, in attendance, 1,500,000, 2 million women. They don't care where to sit, they don't care where to sleep, they don't care what to eat. But they will be there for 4 good days from different dioceses and parishes. I learned much, and I love much to work with women. It's my common belief without women are the pillars of the church. You know pillars, isn't it? Mm-hmm. What is pillar? What is pillar? When you are building a house.
Holds things up.
Huh? Hold strong a building, isn't it? And without pillar, what happened with the building? Collapse. So women are the pillar of the church. When you call men for that conference, you hardly see 500,000. But every woman is preparing to go for that conference. So I cherish you, I love you. I believe your kingdom is already at the palm of your hands. So, since then, I'm now 28 years as a priest. And my job in the diocese is to move around, build churches. When I finish building churches, they will say, okay, Father, move to another place. This is what I have been doing since I was ordained. Right now, I was moved from a parish I built to another parish where there is no father's house, no church. We worship in an open air. And God is doing it. Friends and well-wishers, when I called, they help and they assist. Right now, by special grace of God, I am in a new parish where the people have been abandoned since 50s. Very local community with all the tourism of Boko Haram, we are surviving. We are really, really in a real attack of Islam. We are really in the midst of Islam. But one good thing, when the church is under persecution, the church grows. If I tell you more Muslims are coming into the church today, you'll not believe it. Yes. If only they can allow us freedom of speech, freedom of worship, freedom of movement, I'm telling you, give us just 5 years. We Christianize everybody in Nigeria. So we need your prayers. We need your moral support. We need your spiritual support. Even financial support, we need it from you. Because $1 in Nigeria can make a difference. $1 in Nigeria can make a difference. So that is little about me. I started coming to America in 1999. I was in Dover Plains, the Archdiocese of New York, and St. John the Evangelist in Brooklyn. I was there when they had 9/11. I saw it live. But now, I normally come to the shrine of the Immaculate Conception here in Stockbridge. Every year, I used to go there, spend 2 months, 3 months, then I go back to Nigeria. Make a lot of friends and well-wishers. One of our great Baba here, I just got to know him about 3 weeks ago, Mr. Mike, a very wonderful Baba. I hail him seriously. I cherish him very, very, very well. So I would say America has become a kind of second home for me. When I come here, I go back, I continue with my project. So I want to tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. There is power in prayer. I'm telling you this. Many people don't see the power in prayer and power in the Eucharist because of familiarity. When I used to have my healing mass, those who attend the healing mass mostly are Muslims. Yes. Most of them are Muslim, and they see the power of the sacramental they bring. Water, holy water, candles, incense for blessings, and it works for them. But for us here, because we are so much used to it, every day we see it, every day we touch it, every day we eat it, so we don't see the power in it. We don't see the power in it. But I'm telling you the gospel truth. If you can open the doors of your hearts and allow Jesus and Mary to enter into your home, this is your home, not this building, your life will be different. Your life will change. And I'm telling you, God has no monopoly of power. He gives power to anybody. Not only with the consecrated priest. I am looking at it in the near future. You take over the church. Yes. I'm telling you this. Quote me. You will take over the church. Yes. Because God is using you now. More than ever before. So, He's calling you as He called me. Today, the vocation is more with the family. We have a lot of you here who abandoned your family, and you have families in Africa. You are now reaching out to Africa. The harvest is rich. The laborers are few. The territory to cover is large. The workers are limited. The Pope cannot do it. The cardinals cannot do it. The bishops cannot do it. The priests cannot do it. So the work of evangelization today is a collective responsibility. I am involved, you are involved, everybody is involved. But you have to make a sacrifice. And there is no sacrifice you make for the sake of God without a reward in it. Believe me. No sacrifice you make without a reward. Not only here, but there is waiting for you. Because each and every one of us here have a crown in heaven. And you will not miss your crown, unless if you don't want to receive it on the last day. But that crown, you have to climb a ladder. It's a spiritual ladder. It's invisible. Your eye cannot see it, but it's real. It's real. And through the grace of God, you climb that ladder. And then how do you get the grace of God? Through the Eucharist. The power. It will help you to climb that ladder step by step until when we reach the day of our perfection. Then the Lord will say, this is your crown. Welcome into the kingdom of my Father. So we start our heaven, the foundation of our heaven, and the life hereafter, we start it here. We build it here. Because on the last day, one, your material wealth is going to be judged. Your generosity is going to be judged. Do you understand? That's why I say, if you don't go home with anything here, you go with this quotation I gave you. Matthew 25, 31 to 46. Go home with it. Take your Bible when you lie down, read it, meditate on it, and pray over it. So God is calling you as He called me. It is my sincere prayers we open our ears and our hearts and say, yes, Lord, here I am. I come to do your will. Remember our mother Mary? When the angel came to her, she's the first apostle. She's the first to be called. A woman is the first apostle, not a man. Behold, Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with you. You are going to have a child. Mother say, how can that be when no man has touched me and I'm not married? And the angel of the Lord explained the situation to her. She accepted the call, damning the implication of what will happen to her. She said, I am only the handmaid of the Lord. Let what you have said be done to me. So like Mary, let all of us say we are only handmaid of the Lord. Lord, we are here to do your will. So I bless you. I love you. And I thank you for staying to listen to me. God bless you all. Thank you.
So you're at the bank for Upper Glen, aren't you?
Maple Street.
Or Maple